friends. It's Monday, June, oops, there we go. Hello. It's Monday, June 12th. I'm having trouble keeping my days straight here. June 12th, and I'm happy you're joining me today for this Facebook Live. A couple reminders, we have lots going on right now in the Stampin' studio. If you missed last week's Facebook Lives, I featured cards using that showcase both sides of your designer series paper. The first video on that posted today, and the second one will post tomorrow. So in total, you'll get 6 card designs, and each of them showcase both sides of the designer series paper. So we don't have to choose, which is a good thing, because sometimes we like one side better than the other, and other times we don't, and it's a struggle to choose which one to use. So this will take care of that. I did announce a new class to go yesterday using the Countryside Inn suite. So please check that out at stampinpiece.com. That posted yesterday. And these posts are very easy to find because they show the most recent 12. What else? Our DSP sale continues through the end of the month. Stampin' Up! Put 13 of our designer series papers on sale for 15% off. So if you love DSP like I do, now is the time to get those that are on your wish list. I placed my order a little bit ago for that, so it's always good to get things on sale. In addition to that, we have an awesome joining promotion this month. If you're not sure what joining entails or what it means to be a demonstrator or a hobby stamper, because I have lots of those on my team as well, you can check that out at stampinpiece.com. But there's a great deal going on right now. Instead of choosing $125 of product for $99, when you join this month, you choose $155 of product. So $30 of product more for the same price. If you're interested, let me know or check it out on stampinpiece.com. I would love to have you join my Merry Stampers team. All right, let's flip the camera around now so we can get started on today's cards featuring the Places in the Heart stamp set. While I'm doing that, please share this live video and invite others to join us for this demonstration. I hope you all had a good weekend. Mine was so-so. Saturday I did spend some time with Andrea, which was nice. We went to a couple of garage sales, and I got an awesome Graco stroller to keep at my house for $40. And Andrea looked it up. They retail like over $300. So that was my find. So I'm excited to have that here for Riley and perhaps other grandchildren. All right, in addition to the Places in the Heart stamp set, I'm also using the Stitched with Whimsy dies. And we're going to start by die cutting with this. And for this particular die and the size of my cardstock, which is 4 3/4 by 3.5 inches, I'm going to use my standard or large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I am missing a plate. Now for this set of dies, they don't actually cut out the shape all they do is put this stitched image onto your cardstock. So you won't have like a positive and negative piece. So it's just like that. Nothing has been cut away. It just gives us that pretty stitched look to it. And I'm making 3 cards. So I'm going to go ahead and put all 3 pieces of cardstock through now. And then I won't have to be fumbling with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, because it does take up a good amount of space. And I need to put my glasses back on. And that's all it is. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make 3 simple cards, but each one has a slight variation, okay? And of course, you know, Andrea's going to be, oops, that's not it. Andrea's going to be a mom, probably early July. The baby's due July 8th. And I saw this stamp set and I thought, this is perfect for a new mom. So that's what I'm focusing on with these 3 cards. But each one is going to be just a little bit different. And I'm stamping this large image with gray granite. I'm actually going to turn it this way. It'll be a little easier for me to see and center that with this block. So that's what you get, is just some nice shading, all in the same color. You can get different tones of the same color no matter what you use. And I chose to use gray granite because I wanted something, first of all, that would go with petal pink that I'm using, but also be a little more soft or subtle than, say, black or early espresso or basic gray. So that's why I chose this. So obviously all 3 of my cards will be the focal point on all of them. Now for the first card, I'm simply going to mount this onto a piece of, you know what? Okay, I used gray granite ink, but I've got Pebbled Path cardstock, which looks to be just a shade darker than the gray granite. So I'm going with it because that's what I use to make all my samples. I'm still trying to get all these new colors straight in my head and remember their names. Oops. Okay, for the second one, well, let's do this. Let's put 1 card together entirely, and then I'll do the variation and put the second card together. So on the first card, this is it. Just some simple stamping. I've pre-die cut some stitch circles, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment also in gray granite. It says, when a child is born, so is a mother. And I'm just going to stamp it on my stitch circle. This is from the Stylish Shapes die set, and it is the second smallest circle in the set. Now I'm going to stamp this sentiment on the inside. So happy for you. So this time for these cards, I'm going to have a sentiment on the front as well as on the inside. So there's our first card, pretty simple. I'm just going to add the sentiment, and the sentiment almost acts like the embellishment. If you wanted to put on maybe some white sequins or iridescent pearl, something like that, by all means do. But I wanted mine to remain very, very simple. So for my second card, I'm going to add a little bit of color to this. And I'm going to, let me close this up so I don't mix up my colors. I'm going to use Petal Pink and a small blending brush. Now I had cleaned my brush and then used it with this color earlier today, but I do suggest that when you pull out a blending brush, you go over a piece of scrap paper with it and just circle, 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 and make sure the majority of the ink is out so that you're not mixing colors. And remember, you never want to wash your blending brushes and then switch colors immediately because it takes a long time for the brushes to dry. I have 2 sets of the blending brushes in both sizes. And what I like to do is have one that's for like reds and oranges, one for yellow, one for blues, one for greens, pinks, purples, browns. You get it, right? And remember, they will stay stained, but then you can wash them out. And remove some of that. I really do not wash my blending brushes very often. They have to be very, very saturated and used an awful lot before I do that. And generally, that's when the ink is coming pretty much all the way down to the plastic base. And that's when I choose to go ahead and wash them. And when I do wash them, I wash them simply with cold water in my sink. I towel dry them, trying to squeeze out as much water as I can, and then I let them sit brush side up on a towel and dry overnight, okay? If they are all damp, that will definitely affect the use, okay? So you want to be sure they're 100% dry. Now, here is where I was, well, let's put it together. Here I was a little stuck between, do I want to use the Petal Pink or the white? And I made my decision for the sample card, but I want to see what you all say when we compare the two. So I'm going to go ahead and put these layers onto my Petal Pink card base. And I think I touched that and smeared it a little bit. While you're thinking about that, would you use the Petal Pink on there? Or because we put a very soft Petal Pink, and you can hardly see that on there. See how soft that is? It's a very soft, light Petal Pink. Would you pop it up or put the white on and pop it up with dimensionals? I'm curious to hear what you would do. Petal Pink circle or the white circle? Again, this will be used, that second sentiment, so happy for you, is being used on the inside of my card. Let's see what you think. Okay, you're all saying Petal Pink. And that is what I did on my sample. I went a little heavier in the blending. And then I thought, well, should I put white on there? But in the end, I decided I still like the petal pink better. So we are in agreement. Oh, you could ink around the, brush some ink around the white one. Does everybody know what Deb means? I'll show you real quick. So just a little ink, always and just kind of brush. So sometimes when you add just a little bit of ink around the outside edge, it draws more attention to it when it's against white or the same color. See, and I put very little on, but what a difference that makes. Great idea, Deb. Thank you for sharing. Okay, and for the last card, this time I'm going to use a sponge dauber with my petal pink ink. And this is a way just to add a tiny bit of color. So let me do this. I'm going to tap some of it out because I don't want it too dark. And I'm just going to go over the baby's onesie. If you need to tilt your sponge dauber to just kind of tap it with the angle with a smaller area, you can do that. And then without re-inking, I'm just going to give that mom a little color to her clothes. And they're kind of coordinating this way. I used to have fun when I would sew. My girls were little and I would sew dresses and things. I had fun coordinating what I was wearing with what they were wearing for special occasions or holidays. So I'm curious to see if Andrea will be into that or not. Who knows? Okay, so there is the next variation. And again, I'm stamping sentiments with the gray granite ink. Need to let that dry. And here's for the inside. And we'll put everything on our card base. And then I will pull the 3 cards back out here. And again, you could bling these up if you wanted to. You could add a little bow, maybe with white baker's twine, or I don't think we currently have any petal pink ribbon, but I know we have in the past. I believe we still have the gray granite ribbon. Maybe not. It is so hard keeping track of these things. With the mini catalog and the annual catalog retiring, oh darn, got my finger in that. Hold on. I can't send that out to anybody. I've had very inky fingers today. That doesn't happen to me very often, but it seems like today was the day. Okay. I would just feel bad if I chose somebody's name and sent that, knowing there's a smudge in there. So I'm just grabbed another petal pink card base. Oh, inside, Mary, inside. I'm a little off today. Today is a short Facebook Live. Okay, when a child is born, so is a mother. So happy for you. So here are the 3 different cards. Oops. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. No. Where's my other card? I've got my sample. Oh, here it is. No, it is this one. It's real light. Oh, goodness. Okay, so there's all 3. If you want to see this, on this one I did the blending a little darker. So it's a little more obvious than on the one I made with you. I could add more ink to it though if I wanted. You know, with blending brushes, you keep adding ink and swirling until you get the desired shade. It's very, very light, very subtle, so a little bit harder to see on film. So what do you think? Super easy, very quick, but each one's a little bit different. If you've got a baby shower coming up, this would be a great card for that. If you know a new mom, maybe somebody who's adopting a baby, or even fostering a baby for the first time. This would be a great card for somebody like that. Of course, you could choose your own colors. What colors would you use? What color would you use? You could switch it out for greens or blues. If it's a boy, maybe do a yellow, a bright pink. We have a lot of awesome blues right now. Okay, Jen Thwaites, I'm going to ask you, what does that emoji in your last comment mean? It just looks like little dashes stacked up. A couple people have been using that lately, and I'm embarrassed to say I have no idea what that emoji means. Okay, if you would like to have your name entered into the drawing to receive one of these colors, or one of these cards in the petal pink color, please type in the comments now, places in the heart. Places in the heart. And if you type that in the comments, I will add your name to the drawing, and maybe you will be one of the lucky winners of one of these pretty cards. Vicky, it's morning in Australia. Thanks for joining us. I'm looking to see if Jen is still on. Can anybody tell me what that emoji means? It looks like maybe 5 or 6 dashes stacked up. I have no idea what that is. But I'm seeing it a lot lately, and that's why I thought I need to ask. All right, my friends, thank you for joining me today, June 12th. And I look forward to seeing you again. I plan to be back right here on Wednesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to check out all of the latest blog posts at stampinpeace.com. Oh, Tanya, you had a new granddaughter. Okay. Yes, that is a great card. All right, everybody. Looking forward to seeing you Wednesday. Please check out stampinpeace.com. If I can be of help or of service to you, please just let me know. And I will see you Wednesday evening. Bye-bye.